Hello, it's me, French Ted, and we are here for another episode. I'm not going to lie, I've got no idea what episode number this is. I'm going to say 43. Probably not, but we'll run with that. But we are here. We are fresh off the back of our latest pay-per-view event, A Tale of Two Cities, which went very well. So hopefully we can keep pushing on with these crazy good ratings, and before we know it, we'll be big. I mean, let's be realistic. It's going to take a while to get to big, but we are definitely heading in the perfect direction. And off the back of A Tale of Two Cities, there was the announcement from William Regal as he reveals the new belt for the women's championship scene, the LLW London's Siren Championship. So similar to the London Zone, it's going to work in the exact same way. London Zone style matches. Very excited. And we do have a tournament, which we will bring up soon. But first, we've got a pre-show match. And this one had some pretty good wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd, where Spike Trivet and Charlie Sterling defeat Sanity. Oh, thank God that's on the pre-show. Sanity not looking very good here. When Charlie Sterling pins Damo with a spiral tap. Axeman Tish with a 69, Damo with a 67, Spike with a 61, and Sterling with a 69. You know what? Pretty good numbers, to be honest. Sterling especially. Although I feel like he's far more suited in a tag team match than a singles. But either way, pretty good match. Following on from this, though, William Regal is announcing the London Siren Tournament. And this is when we bring up the graphic. Here we are. And this is our London Siren Championship. It's a similar format to what we normally do, except, you know, we've wanted to mix it up a little bit. So these are the brackets. So on the left-hand side, we've got Charlie Evans taking on Gia Brookside, which will happen in today's episode. We also have Saraya Knight Jr. and Heidi Katrina taking on each other. LA Taylor taking on Megan Bain. And then on the right-hand side, we've got Kira Hogan and Sapphire Reed, which we will see today. Rio and Danny Luna. And then May Sarah taking on former LLW Queen, Aisha Ray. The winners of each of these matches will go through to a triple threat three-way semi-final, which of course will still have the London Zone rules, similar to the Pac, Noam Dar and Spike Trivet match at Tale of Two Cities. We will have the same format, 20-minute time limit, most pinfalls or submissions in a no DQ match. And then the winner of those two matches will go on to the final, which will be held at LLW Tempest 2026. So yeah, these are all the competitors. Let me know who you think is going to make it to the final. And yeah, let's jump straight back into TEW. Here we are as we head straight into the show, and the first match on the show is a LLW London Siren match, and it is between Charlie Evans and Gia Brookside. And in a decent opening match, Charlie Evans gets the win when she wins in 20 minutes, obviously, by 2 falls to 1. So Charlie Evans makes it through to the next round of the London Siren, the semi-final, to be honest. You know, only 3 matches to get a title. But yeah, Charlie Evans with a 65, pretty good. Gia Brookside with a 48, not as good, but you know, it'll do. Following on from this, though, Joe Anoa'i has made his way down to the ring. He's with his right-hand man, Mokakakuta, and Saraya Knight Jr., and he announces that the time has come. I've waited long enough. I've been patient. I want an LLW Kings title match. To which William Regal steps up off of commentary and just says, Joe, we've been through this before. If you want an LLW Kings title match, you're going to have to A, start competing in the ring more, and B, rack up those victories to earn the opportunity. To which Joe says, I can beat anyone on this roster. You know that, Regal. I know that. Everyone watching knows that. So serve me up anyone and I will beat them to prove that I should be number 1 contender. which the lights go off, the music goes on, and it is Cara Noir. Cara Noir steps up, looking all black swanny, after his defeat, of course, to Drew Galloway. And William Regal just looks over and says, "That can be your challenger, Joe. And how about we do it tonight?" So tonight's main event is Joe Anoa'i taking on Cara Noir. And there's no rules here, so I'm assuming William Regal hasn't said, if you can win tonight, you're number one contender. He just says, you know what, let's actually see you in action. It's been a while. So it will be Joe Anoa'i taking on Cara Noir in our main event tonight. But before that, we've got a few more matches, a few more segments, so let's carry on with the show. A nice 91. And we've got some tag team action from two members of the Anoa'i Global Alliance, although they're not really the most active in the group. They're kind of there by force, and it is New Blood, as they take on Destination Everywhere. And in a bout that had good wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd, New Blood get the win in 23 minutes when Ishin submits Michael Oku. Diamante with a 71, who was off his game and still got a 71. Ishin with a 72, Oku 63, and Connor Mills with a 59. Nice win here for New Blood, our former Knights of the Lariat League, or as we call them now, LLW Knights. After this, though, we catch up with Charlie Evans, as she just says that she has to win this tournament. There's no question about it. She pushed for a women's title, a second women's title, which William Regal has given her this opportunity, so she has to win it to make and prove a point. So yeah, Charlie Evans is very focused and vows to be the first London Siren champion. We stay backstage where we've got a little promo from Bobby Guns where he's just reflecting on the match that took place at Taylor 2 City, saying that he's got no ill feeling towards Sanity. He says, I know that we weren't perfectly aligned. They just came, it was a right time, right place. And yeah, no ill feelings. They're a bunch of crazy guys. They beat up who they want. I will be ready next time though. But mostly I'm just happy that I beat down Dan Maloney. I embarrassed the kid. He thinks he's all that, but what has he achieved in the LLW? Nothing. And I'm going to keep targeting him so long as he's here in LLW. So Dan, wherever you are, I will be there. So yeah, nice little promo here from Bobby Guns, just calling out Dan Maloney. He's got an issue with him. Don't know why, but he does. So I'm assuming we're going to see that blow off at some point. But yeah, lovely segment here. Bobby Guns has got mad charisma and is really, really good on the mic. So we're going to definitely rinse that for what it's worth. But following on from this is our next London Siren tournament match. And it is Kira Hogan taking on Sapphire Reed. And in a decent match, 55, Sapphire Reed gets the win. She defeats Kira Hogan in 20 minutes with 2 falls to 1. So Sapphire Reed has advanced to the semi-final 3-way match. So Charlie Evans is in 3-way 1, Sapphire Reed is in 3-way 2. And Kira Hogan puts in a decent performance of 60, Sapphire Reed with a 62. And they've got great chemistry, so that is something to put in our little back pocket. Not too sure why it got a 55 when they were both above that though. Penalised for the odd face heel, and that was it. I don't know. Either way, great win from Sapphire as she progresses. After this though, Pac is just making a little bit of an announcement. Oh, it got a really low rating. That he doesn't plan on stopping his open challenge after the chaos of it becoming a 3-way. He says he'll be back in the next show to have that open challenge, and again it's only welcome to British wrestlers, so that will be happening in the next show, which is in this episode, so you haven't got to wait long. But this does take us into the main event of Lariat League in London at the Royal Albert Hall, no less. Whoa. Joe Anoa'i taking on former number 1 contender for the King's title, Cara Noir. Let's see what happens. A 78, I'll take that. In a bout that had superb wrestling and good heat, Joe Anoa'i gets the win in just over 20 minutes with the guillotine choke, choking out Cara Noir. Joe Anoa'i with an 84, Cara with an 85, a 78 overall. I mean, surely it should have done a little bit better than that. Is there a reason why? Poor announcing, low experience. That's it. Sure, let's blame Alex Kozlov. But yeah, 78 to end the show. Joe Anoa'i stands tall. He points over at William Regal saying, "I want my title shot." To which the lights go down again. But this time, there's a single spotlight on the ramp. And we see a figure with a hood. And he pulls the hood up. And it is revealed to be Will Ospreay. He has made his official debut on the main show, and he's not alone. He brings with him Callum Newman, Lycos, and Lycos Jr., also known as Kid Lycos and Kid Lycos 2, as he unveils his new team. The graphic pops up on the screen behind him, Syndicate, and it looks like we've got a brand new team in LLW that could be challenging Joe Anoa'i and his team's place in the company. And that is how we end this show. But let's just quickly take a look at the newbies that have just turned up. So Lycos using Cyborg Wolf gimmick. Didn't do very well. Not suitable to be used by a heel. I mean, he's not a heel, so it's okay. And then we've got Lycos Jr., who's old school face. You know, nice and easy. We might have to tweak Lycos because obviously that will affect his performance. But yeah, that is how we end the show with the debut of Syndicate, Ospreay, Newman, and the Lycos Gym. Let's finish the show with a 79. I'll take it. I'll take it. I will take it. Increasing popularity everywhere. Charlie Evans and Sapphire Reed have advanced. In the next show, we're going to have another 2 matches, which will be Danny Luna and Rio, and Saraya Knight Jr. and Heidi Katrina, as well as an impromptu random exhibition main event of Tyler Bate taking on Anoa'i's right-hand man, Mokakakuta. All of that coming in the next couple of minutes. So yeah, I'll see you guys in a sec. Okay, here we are for the final show in February. This is the week 4 Lariat League in London show as the London Siren tournament continues, and we get that really random main event. Tyler Bate, Mokakakuta. What could happen? Who knows? But we're in the pre-show to begin with, and it is Drew Parker defeating Tate Mayfairs in 14 minutes of a flying foot stomp. 51 from Drew, 56 from Tate. Yeah, not much to say. Let's jump straight into the main show, though. Don't waste any time, as we have a London's own Open Challenge. Pac is taking on Chris Brooks, and in a superb opening match, Pac gets the win with 1 fall to nothing. A nice little 1-0 score from Pac, making defence number 3 of his LLW London's own title. Pac with a 90 in-ring performance. Chris Brooks with a really good 77 as well. Got the show to a strong start. Deserved better announcing, but hey-ho, what you going to do? Following on from this, though, is the next round, or not the next round, the next match of the London's Siren. I need to get used to saying that instead of Owens. Championship tournament, where Riho defeats Danny Luna again in 1 fall to nothing. Riho with a 63, Danny Luna with a 48. Riho joins Sapphire Reed in a 3-way match in the next couple of weeks. We will then go on to the final at Tempest. After this, though, we head backstage because Colby Carino has just attacked Ricky Knight Jr. Out back, and you know there's definite bad blood between these guys. But Joannoai is stood there watching on, and Colby kind of keeps looking back at him. So there's definitely something happening between Anoa'i and Colby Carino. But Ricky Knight Jr. on the end of a pretty vicious beatdown. Surely this has to amount to something, but we are going to have to wait and see what happens. After this, we are back in the ring, and it is the debut of the Lycos Gym tag team, Lycos and Lycos Jr. As we know, they are members of Syndicate, Will Ospreay's latest or newest faction, you could say. And they are taking on the beefy team of Levi Muir and Anthony Ogogo, also known as the KO Squad. And in a pretty decent match, Lycos Gym get the win. They defeat the KO Squad in 16 minutes when Lycos makes Anthony Ogogo tap with the Blood Moon. Levi was the weak link here with a 51, struggling to keep up, but Lycos Jim killing it. Lycos with a 74 and Lycos Jr. with a 66. Nice. 64 from Anthony Agogo as well, which is actually quite good. Yeah, got the crowd hotter as well. They've got excellent chemistry. Yeah, I mean, Lycos Jim are just going to be a gift, I think, for the foreseeable future. But yeah, lovely little 72 rated match. Post-match, Will Ospreay gets in the ring and celebrates with his Syndicate brethren as they got their first win in LLW. And then the camera crew just follows them out back where Callum Newman greets them as well. And the four of them head backstage, but not until they cross paths with Joe Anoa'i and Saraya Knight Jr. as they push through Will Ospreay. Will Ospreay kind of goes to retaliate, but he goes, you know what? It's not worth my time. As Anoa'i and Saraya Knight Jr. make their way to the ring for Saraya's tournament match against Heidi Katrina. So yeah, there's definite bit of beef between Ospreay and Anoa'i, and will they come to clash heads soon? Who knows? We will have to wait. But next up is a tournament match. Saraya Knight Jr. taking on Heidi Katrina. And in about that had a decent reaction from the crowd though, but subpar wrestling. Saraya Knight Jr. gets the win with 1 fall to nothing against former Queen of the Lariat League, Heidi Katrina. But they've got really bad chemistry and it showed in their performances, which kind of sucks. Heidi with a 38. And Saraya with a 51. Not as good to be fair, but hey ho. Saraya makes it through to the next round and joins Charlie Evans in their three-way bout. Following on from this though, we got a nice little promo backstage from Ashton Smith. You know, we haven't seen much of our former King of the Lariat League, and he just says that he's keeping a close eye on Pac's Open Challenge. And all he's saying is, watch this space. So it seems like at some point Ashton Smith is going to challenge Pac, but when, where, I was going to say how, but it's pretty easy how. You just challenge, but yeah, that should be hopefully an interesting match as and when it does happen. But this rolls us nicely into our main event. A nice little exhibition match. We haven't seen the right-hand man, Mokakakuta, in ring for a while. We haven't seen Tyler Bate really in a while. He kind of just appears, has a cracking match, and then disappears again. Haven't really got much creatively for the boy at the moment. But he is in the main event tonight, and yeah, let's see what happens. Mokakakuta, Tyler Bate, let's go. 81, I'll take that. In about that had great wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd. Mokakakuta defeats Tyler Bate with a discus lariat. That is a huge win for Mokakakuta. Looking at these numbers, there's no way he should have won. An 88 from Tyler Bate, a 58 from Mokakakuta. And there are hints that Kakuta's heel turn got a poor reaction, as the crowd still remember his last turn. But Kakuta hasn't turned yet. He's a face. I want to make him heel. Anoa'i did some good wing work, good work at ringside. I know I probably shouldn't, but I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna turn him heel. Let's just do it. Yeah, but at least his gimmick is very good. The turn probably didn't go down well. Blah 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 blah. Suffered. No one cares. That's fine. Complete disaster. That's fine. But now he's heel, so at least he's aligned with Joe Anoa'i. But yeah, an 81 rated main event. I'll take it. And Tyler Bate doing the job for Mokakakuta. So props to you, my boy. But let's see how we did. A 78. Again, awesome. I will take it. Yes. We managed to squeeze quite a lot of matches in this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 matches in our 2-hour show. All of them being roughly 20 minutes plus as well, which is yeah, interesting, because we kind of have to have long matches with our product, which is kind of annoying, but also fine. Yeah, we got the debut of Syndicate on today's episode, which is very exciting. I've got some fun plans in the coming weeks. We've also got the London Siren tournament, which kicked off. Next episode, we've got some more matches. We've got the final 2 round matches, which, if I can remember correctly, is Aisha Ray taking on May Sarah and Megan Bain taking on L.A. Taylor. So yeah, they should be two really, really good matches. And in the next one, we will have the in-ring main show debut of Syndicate leader Will Ospreay, among a couple of other debuts. Who knows? Why not? But yeah, that is it for this one, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. Please like, comment, subscribe, share, and I will see each and every one of you in the next one.